Hagia Sophia is one of the most important symbols of Istanbul. Standing for 1,500 years, this masterpiece manages to fascinate those who see it, and even take them back to the past. However, even though we admire this masterpiece, we don't know much about the history of Hagia Sophia. Therefore, I will try to tell you everything you need to know about the history of Hagia Sophia from past to present. I'm Berkay Atlas. A new story begins. Hagia Sophia is a religious building that is very important for both Christians and Muslims. Hagia Sophia served as a cathedral for about 900 years throughout its history. In the following years, after the conquest of Istanbul, it became a mosque for about 500 years. The history of Hagia Sophia begins even before we see the completed Hagia Sophia. Constantine the Great, the first emperor of Byzantium, ordered the construction of the first Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia I was inaugurated on February 15, 360 by Constantius II, the son of Constantine the Great. However, the church was destroyed by fire on June 20, 404. After the destruction of the first Hagia Sophia, Emperor Theodosius II wanted the second Hagia Sophia to be built where the Hagia Sophia stands today. On October 10, 415, the church was inaugurated. However, like the first church, the second Hagia Sophia was destroyed on February 23, 532. After the destruction of the second Hagia Sophia on February 23, 532, Justinian I ordered the construction of the present-day Hagia Sophia. He aimed to build a much more magnificent church than any of the emperors before him. Instead of producing new materials to be used in the construction, materials from buildings across the empire were sculpted. Thus, the construction of Hagia Sophia took a short time. In the construction of Hagia Sophia, materials taken from many buildings, such as the Temple of the Sun, and the Temple of Artemis were used. Among the colored stones used for cladding and columns, green porphyry originated from Greece, yellow stone from Syria, red porphyry from Egypt, black stone from Istanbul and white marble from Marmara Island. 10,000 people worked on the construction of the church, and when it was finished, it was seen as a masterpiece. The construction of the church began on December 23, 532 and was completed on December 27, 537. Thus, it became the fastest-built cathedral in the world. The first mosaics of the church were made between 565 and 578. Very soon after its construction, Hagia Sophia was damaged in the 553 Guljuk and 557 Istanbul earthquakes. In these earthquakes, cracks appeared in the main dome and the eastern half-dome. On May 7, 558, the main dome collapsed completely. The emperor demanded that the church be repaired and renovated immediately. This time, considering the possible effects of the earthquake, lighter materials were used in the construction of the dome, and the dome was built 6.25 meters higher than before. In 562 the renovation work was finished. Hagia Sophia continued to be damaged in the following years. Hagia Sophia suffered minor injuries in the fire of 859. In the 869 earthquake, one of its half-domes fell, and in the 989 earthquake, the main dome was damaged. Emperor Basil II ordered the Armenian architect Tret to repair the dome after the 989 earthquake. After 6 years of work, Hagia Sophia was reopened to the public in 994. The history of Hagia Sophia is full of earthquakes and fires. Crusaders commanded by Enrico Dandolo, the 41st Doge of the Venetian Republic, captured Constantinople during the Fourth Crusade and sacked Hagia Sophia. This event was documented by the Byzantine historian Nikitas Honiatis. Mary's milk, the shroud of Turin, the cloth that Jesus was wrapped in, a piece of Jesus' tombstone and valuable items were stolen from Hagia Sophia. In this invasion, Hagia Sophia became affiliated with the Roman Catholic Church. However, The Latin Emperor Bauduin I was crowned emperor in Hagia Sophia in 1204. The history of Hagia Sophia has seen not only natural disasters but also brutal invasions. The Byzantines managed to regain control of Hagia Sophia in 1261, but the damage was done. The history of Hagia Sophia was about to be destroyed. In 1317, Emperor Andronikos II used his wife's inheritance to build 4 retaining walls on the east and north sides of the building. In the 1344 earthquake and in 1346, different parts of the building collapsed. The church remained closed until 1354 and restoration work began in the same year. Hagia Sophia was converted into a mosque in 1453 after Mehmet the Conqueror conquered Istanbul. Hagia Sophia was in a dilapidated state at that time. Sultan Mehmet the Conqueror ordered Hagia Sophia to be cleaned and converted into a mosque. The first minaret of the mosque was built using bricks during the reign of Mehmet the Conqueror. Another minaret was built by Bayezid II. Suleiman the Magnificent brought 2 giant lamps from Hungary, which he conquered in the 16th century. These lamps stand on both sides of the mihrab. Hagia Sophia has seen countless repairs and restorations throughout its history. During the reign of Selim II, 1566 to 1574, the mosque became structurally unstable. The Ottoman chief architect Mimar Sinan, considered one of the world's first earthquake engineers, added external retaining structures, buttresses, to the mosque and strengthened it. Mimar Sinan also stabilized the dome and built 2 large minarets on the west side of the building along with the Hunkar Fili. In 1577, he added Selim II's tomb in the southeast part. During the Ottoman period, a muezzin's cloister, a marble pulpit, a preaching pulpit and a gallery leading to the Kunkar's cloister were added to Hagia Sophia. By order of Mahmud I, the building was restored in 1739. With this restoration, a library, an almshouse, a madrasa and a fountain were added to the garden of the building. In addition to these, a new mihrab and a new Sultan's gallery were built in the same period. Sultan Abdulmesit had Hagia Sophia restored by Gaspar Fossati and his brother Giuseppe Fossati between 1847 and 1849. Initially, the columns, dome and vault were strengthened. More interior and exterior decoration was renewed. The giant round paintings with important names written in calligraphy, the work of Kazaska Mustafa Izz Effendi, were renewed and hung on the columns. After many more renovations, the lengths of the minarets were equalized. After the works were completed, the Hagia Sophia Mosque was opened to the public on July 13, 1849. The most effective and beautiful restoration works throughout the history of Hagia Sophia were carried out during the Ottoman period. By order of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, Hagia Sophia was closed to the public between 1930 and 1935 and some works were carried out. During the renovation works, Hagia Sophia was intended to be converted back into a church, but the small Christian population in the region eliminated this possibility. Hagia Sophia was converted into a museum with the decision of the Council of Ministers on November 24, 1934. The museum was opened to visitors on February 1, 1935. The systematic study, restoration and cleaning of Hagia Sophia was initiated by the Byzantine Institute of America in 1931, and the Dumbarton Oaks Field Committee in the 1940s. In July 2016, during the Laylat al-Qadr program held at the Hagia Sophia Museum, the call to prayer for the morning prayer was recited for the first time in 85 years. Throughout its history, Hagia Sophia has been a church, a mosque and a museum. It has been home to many different races and 2 different religions. Thus, Hagia Sophia has managed to fascinate everyone with its history and splendor.